We are going to take a look at ETC because we have a golden cross going on, and if you are a technical trader, this means we are headed for a bullish uptrend, and this does look very good. Whether that is on the support level or the resistance side, it does look like we have room to fly here. So we are going to go over all the technical analysis as well as go over the grayscale ETF and see if there's any new data as to if we are going to make a run here or if we are not. But first, before we get into it, the most important thing you guys need to do right now is tickle, tap, touch, or smash the like button, but turn it blue for me. And for every like button that is smashed, tickled, touched, or tapped, I will deposit another 25 cents into ETC. And I really want to grow this position out, so this is a cool way for you guys to like the video and will also incentivize me to double down on my position in ETC, because I really do think this is going to $1,000 and we will see ETC fly in the next 12 months. Even on a relative basis to other cryptocurrencies, ETC is the most undervalued crypto that you could possibly buy into right now. But at the same time, you guys are smashing the like button, hit the subscribe button if you are not already, and there is a Patreon link down below in the description. It is very inexpensive. If you want to show your gratitude, love, and appreciation for the channel and the community, feel free to do that, but there's no obligation. The only thing I ask is that you hit the like button and comment down below every single time a video is posted. And with that, let's get into it. Now, before we get into the technical analysis on ETC and tell you guys what a golden cross is and why this is so significant, I do just want to point out on the Robinhood, you can even see without knowing anything about technical analysis. Maybe you follow these videos, maybe you don't, but I pointed out the $100 mark as being a key level to stay above to lead to an uptrend up to probably the $200 mark or even the 150 again before we really start to find another bottom that is around the 150 or 200, right? So we have stayed above this for quite a while, even if you pull it out to the last month. Ever since May 6th, when we hit our top at about 180, 190 on Robinhood for a brief moment, we have been above $100 besides, you know, May 12th we started to sell off, and then May 13th, and by May 14th we were back above $100 by the day's end. So this is looking very good, and this is one thing you guys can take away from this video if you know nothing about technical analysis, are these key levels to watch out for. And if you follow the channel, I do go over this on a daily basis to keep you guys informed as to what is going on a price action basis. Now let me give you guys the exact definition of a golden cross, because that is the main focal point of this video, and this is what is really pointing us to a bullish uptrend that is going to start in ETC. And the golden cross is a technical chart pattern indicating the potential for a major rally. The golden cross appears on a chart when a stock's short-term moving average crosses above its long-term moving average. The golden cross can be contrasted with a death cross indicating a bearish price movement. Now, taking a look at the charts, we see a golden cross has just formed over this past day, actually, when the 50-day moving average crosses above the 200-day moving average. And this does cross each other and forms a golden cross. And this is a very bullish signal. And this is one of the most bullish signals you guys can actually look for in your own trading pattern. This does not happen very often. Last time this happened, we were actually in a death cross back here, and this was a very negative sign when the 50-day moving average crosses under the 200-day moving average. That is called a death cross, and that is a very bearish downtrending signal that means that we could further sell off. And that is pretty much what had been happening the whole time, was a major pretty much meltdown since where we had this at about the 116 mark, and then we hit our low at $77. So we do have a golden cross going on right now, and this is looking very bullish. Now I do want to take it over to the Webull to expand this to get a better look as to what we are actually seeing here. And we are at our major level that I have pointed out in other videos. At this $100 mark is really critical. That is where we started to get some gas before, and this is where we bounced off of last time and consolidated in between the $105 mark. Seems like we've been in between $100 and $110 for quite a while, and like I said, only dipping under for you know, about 18 hours, 24 hours in total. We were only under the $100 mark for not very long at all. So this does look very good. We are slightly under this as of Webull. It says we are at $98.77. Robinhood says $100.99. So there is a bit of price discrepancy between the two, but this does look really, really good as of right now. And I'm going to pull up the RSI, and we are somewhat in the middle of this. And the only time I like to look at the RSI is if you start to go up, right? You start to shoot up, but the RSI tracks the relative strength index. So it basically tracks how fast the stock is moving. And once you see the stock going up, but the RSI not reacting too much or even slightly going down, that is also a very bullish pattern as well, and a very bullish signal leading that the stock could go much higher. Another indicator that I like to look at when doing technical analysis is take a look at the MACD, and when this CCC line and crosses over the signal line, which is usually going to be blue, that does mean a bullish uptrend is likely to ensue after this, and that is exactly what is happening right now. They are actually converged and side by side. So if we do cross over on the CCC over the signal line, this will be a very bullish uptrend. And if you guys don't know what I mean, if you think I'm speaking Spanish, then just subscribe to the channel and stay up to date with these videos. We will start covering this more on a technical analysis basis, because like I said, I do think it's good, and I do think this is something you should pay attention to. But like I said, if you don't know what it is, then I would definitely just subscribe to the channel and follow these videos, because I pretty much break it down, and I'm going to start breaking it down on a more technical basis, because I do see a lot of people like to know, the technical signals and what they mean as far as a breakout coming or a bearish downtrend coming. So you can get a pretty good idea of what is going to happen from the technicals, but they're not always correct, and sometimes they are wrong. So it's not always 100% going to be right, but I would say about 75% of the time that it does turn out to be right. So as far as our lower end support level, it is still around the $77 mark where we hit our low, and I'm just going to mark that on the chart. And as far as our resistance level, still as of right now, is going to be at about $115. This is also where we got some gas last time and gapped up and really started to somewhat short squeeze up to 190 on Robinhood. Webull says 172.70. There's a big price discrepancy between the two. Even right now, Webull says ETC is $98.64, and Robinhood says it's $100.91. So it really just depends what platform you are on. But we were, obviously in a very bearish downtrend when we went to the $77 mark, but that was from external factors that had nothing to do with ETC. That was when the whole crypto market was beginning to sell off. And now that we are under this $100 level on Webull, this is going to be a key level to watch out for. If we go back down to the $77 mark, that is going to be a good level to enter a position or average down on your current position. Now, I do expect from the bullish technicals that we are getting right now, the golden cross, and the fact that on the MACD we are crossing above our signal line on the CCC line, and that does look very good. So I do expect a breakout to come, but like I said, don't fault me on that, because it is not always 100% correct as far as on a technical base. Now, my guy Devin Madison in the comments, if you are listening to this video, big shout out to you. He did point out that obviously this data is supposed to come in every 15 to 16 days. Sometimes it's 1 day lag behind, but as we point out in the last video, the last update was April 15th, when the short interest has really went crazy in the Grayscale Ethereum Classic ETC trust. Now, this had pretty much went up 100% from March 31st to April 15th. And ever since April 15th was a month ago, literally to the day as I am recording this. Tomorrow will be a month and 1 day since they have been reporting data. And he did comment in one of those videos. He said, look, something is going on, something's weird here, and this does look like to be the case. I still, I wanted to check back before I really called this out to you guys on what is going on here, see if the data would update since the last time I made this ETC video and really went over this exact web page in that video, and nothing has updated. We are definitely getting screwed here, as that's what it seems like. They don't want us to know what is actually going on behind the scenes, and there is really no data as to how many what the percent of short interest is on this website, but if we do come over to this one, this is otcmarkets.com/ETCG security, same thing, Grayscale Ethereum Classic Trust. And if we do scroll down, it says we were at 23% short interest, and it does have the same exact share count as to what the MarketBeat website does have, but it says that we are at like I said, 22.96% short interest as of April 15th. So the same exact days, but they are not updating this. I think they have caught on to the community and the pull that they do have. If people did start to call this information out, call these websites out, they're not going to update these. The people behind these websites and have real pull, they know each other. The finance world is a very small community, and I would imagine that they're like, hey, just don't post that data. Don't post that data. That's going to cause a bigger short squeeze. So I do think that is what is going on here. There's definitely something shady, because this data has been consistently updated every 15 days all throughout 2020. And just considering when we do have this big pop and shares go up, 5, 6, 7x in price in this last period since April 15th, now they don't want to update the data, doesn't make much sense to me. It points to some kind of market manipulation or fraud, or even silent fraud by just not reporting on this. And that's what silent fraud is fraud by omission, or not to do something or not to say something. So I do think that is what is going on here. Big shout out to you, Devin Madison. I do appreciate you pointing that out for me, because I just did not realize it. I figured they would be updating this in the next, day or two, but it has been 31 days by the time you guys have seen this video. So something sketchy is going on here. I don't know. If you guys have any clarity on this, make sure to comment down below. Let me know if there's anything else I can look at. Take a look at one of these videos. I don't know if there's any other information out there that I am missing, but let me know in the comment section if there is. Now, as far as my position, because I do want to show you guys this in each and every single video, I'm not a sellout. I'm not talking about something that I don't see true long-term value here, and I'm not going to talk about anything on this channel unless you guys really want to hear about it, but I'm going to give you guys my honest, open, and blunt opinion on it. If I don't like it, I'm going to tell you that. So that is why I document this and show my position every time. I'm not selling. I'm not selling till $1,000. I will hold my position. I don't care if it goes down 90%. I don't care if it 10x's. I think Ethereum Classic on a relative basis to other cryptos is so much undervalued compared to pretty much anything. It's one of the cheapest cryptos to buy right now. And if you guys aren't aware, Ethereum Classic is the first, I'm not going to say the number one Ethereum, but they were the first Ethereum, and then they forked off into Ethereum Now, which is the second biggest crypto that you guys probably know about. But Ethereum Classic has the same exact technology of Ethereum, but Ethereum has been more updated than Ethereum Classic. And just my opinion on this is that Ethereum Classic could be like the generic pharmaceutical drug, right? A lot of people don't want to pay for the more expensive pharmaceutical drug, so they go to the generic. And that is much the same way as if Ethereum, the more expensive Ethereum, becomes more money to develop on for developers, they might just want to update the Ethereum Classic blockchain a little bit more and start developing on this, because the hack has been resolved and now there's more blockchains to get through per transaction, which makes it a lot more safe. And we could honestly make a whole video about that, so I don't want to go into it too much. But as far as my position, I still have 15.16 coins at 6.13% of my portfolio. I am down $375 or 19.46%. I am straight hodling this, guys. So I hope you guys respect the honest, open, and transparency of this channel. I'm not talking about anything that is bad or that I wouldn't put my money where my mouth is. Now let's briefly take a look at other cryptos compared to ETC as far as any market cap basis, because that is the only thing that really matters here. It doesn't matter if, say, Cardano is $2.31, if Ethereum Classic is $102, the only thing that matters is the market cap. And right now Cardano has almost a $74 billion market cap, whereas Ethereum Classic has a $12 billion market cap. So that means Cardano is worth 6.11 times as much as Ethereum Classic. So if we take 6.11 times $102, which is Ethereum Classic share price, that comes out to $623.30 per coin for Ethereum Classic. Would be the same valuation metric you would use to compare Cardano to Ethereum Classic. So even if you want to cut it in half, say Ethereum Classic has half the value of Cardano, you're looking at $311.64, and I think that is quite reasonable when comparing different altcoins. They can do the same thing, and Ethereum Classic actually does have more utility than a lot of these cryptos. I'm not going to single out any one crypto just because I'm not going to do that, but I think a fair value is going to be around $300 as of right now for ETC compared to these other cryptos. Even when comparing that to a more well-known altcoin like XRP that has also been around a long time, like ETC, and went through this major, rally in 2018, 2017, they have a market cap of $55 billion, whereas ETC obviously has a market cap of $12 billion. And if you just divide the two, that comes out to 4.6% greater, and if you times that by 102, which is Ethereum Classic share price, comes out to $469.37. If you divide that by even 2 to give it half the value of XRP, you are still at $234.68 per coin. So I do think ETC, if you evaluate it based off of any other altcoin, is severely undervalued, and at least at the very minimum should be valued 100% higher than its current coin price at $102. That is going to wrap up this video. Hopefully you guys got something useful out of it, and if you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment down below, as well as check out the links in the description. I will see you guys later. Until next time, take care.